All right, good morning. Hi, YouTube. Holly King here. Today's Tuesday, and today's the 25th, not the 24th. So anyway, when I pull up my videos, I'm always mistaken on like what day it is. I think it's just a numbers thing. So I wake up in a very etheric place in the mornings, and so I start to do my work. So I get out here one of these videos and share with you all my journey of wellness, and I just like screw up the video. But you know what? Most of you that know me know that's very indicative of Holly. So I think you'll still enjoy the content that is about to come through on this video. So, by the way, if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would really appreciate it if you did. I'm starting to really connect with people on YouTube. And so when we talk about health and wellness and public content, you know, it's easier sometimes to just upload to a bigger program like YouTube than it is to try to like link stuff to your different social media pages, because you want to get your message out. Correct. So anyway, also please forgive me, I'm chewing gum, and the reason I'm chewing gum is because I am drawn to peppermint right now in my life, and so I don't want to walk and talk and chew gum, talk about the seriousness of situations I'm getting ready to speak on, and chew gum. However, I want you all to recognize that, one, it helps me get moving in the morning, and two, there's no garbage cans around here. So if I wanted to throw my gum and put it in a container, there's not any here. And I started to throw my gum out before I hit start on the video to say, just throw it on the ground. I didn't do it. I consciously chose not to. So anyway, if I see a receptacle, I'll put it out. But anyway, back to Tuesday. So I'm taking you on my morning stroll. If you've been following along on my journey, you know that I call these videos typically COVID diaries because, well, it's post the pandemic. And so it just kind of helps me with something in my life as far as consistency goes. It's very helpful. So for me to be able to start, you know, say I'm 2 minutes into this video, you know, number one, I want to just say to you, I take you on these walks with me because it's just my way of channeling my thoughts as a human being. And so we always go back to, well, what's going on in the world today? And like today is Tuesday. I'm stationed here in the Louisville, Kentucky area. So, but I want to talk to you about like the crazy, okay? So we are told today in Louisville, Kentucky, that we have a very large group, activist group, coming into our city. So we have been like circling through our contacts, communication, to say they're going to shut it all down. They're going to burn our city down and yada, yada, yada. So, of course, you know, you're like, oh, what? What do I do? Like, am I going to go to work on time? Am I going to get blocked? Am I going to get shot? Okay, well, you know, et cetera, et cetera. But I've been watching the last 24 hours of the news feeds, the local news feeds. And so there was like one little thing last night that I caught on the news, and I paid attention for about an hour, of like in my area and a few miles down towards a beautiful horse racing facility, like there's going to be like a protest, right? So nothing has been really technically publicly published to my knowledge that they're going to come and just block every single interstate in our city. Now they might, I don't know. I guess we'll find out here shortly, right? But my point is, number one, do not believe everything you hear on social media, for God's sakes. And number two, let's say that happens a little later today, and you get stuck, and you see like, I'm doing imagination with you right here. You see a group of people standing there with a gun, like, I dare you to cross this line, right? So anyway, what are you gonna do? I don't know. Like, I'm just asking you the question. What are you going to do? Well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start my Reiki process and go, okay, so I'm in a situation, right? I'm in a situation that I was worried about for, say, 48 hours, maybe a week. We've been expecting this militia or this organized group, because we don't know, right? Nobody's giving us clear data, or I can't find it. So again, always correct me if I'm wrong. But we have this media telling us people won't come in and burn down the city if we don't get justice for, and I'm going to say her name, Brianna. First of all, I think she's beautiful. Let's just go there. She's a beautiful woman. She has a light, or had a light about her in the picture that they are showing, that is just is beautiful. She's beautiful. And what has happened is tragic. Now, that's the only two things I'm going to say right now, because as a Reiki master and as a person who grew up in poverty in the South End, let's just call myself a white woman, I understand what it means to find injustice in society. So, and if a lot of y'all recognize my story, you know I dealt with it when it came to public offices in our own city. Now, I put that out publicly because it is out there publicly on some of my blogs. And I've been reading and writing and watching society here in our city for many moons. Many moons. So, as a person who has the right to say, guys, this is my channel, this is my unbiased opinion as a human being, that we are all human beings on this planet. I won't deviate from that. There are some things you just can't take out of the truth. The exceptions are there aliens among us? And are there other, energies among us that are creating chaos? So, that's a far stretch for a lot of people to think. Or so you would think. But I know a lot of people that believe in aliens. And so when we look at our government studies of NASA and communication and Area 51 and all the stuff, right? All the stuff we read about on the internet or in books. Very important to have books in your life. You start to glean information, right? You start to put the pieces together. And so as a Reiki master that has the thought that, chaos is ensuing, not just in my city, y'all, the whole freaking planet. Good morning. Zazie was here. And that's on the Lion King anyway. That's the bird. Comes gives the morning report. Okay, chaos is here for Mother Earth, for Gaia, our trees, our vegetation, our skies, our energy, everything that comes to us that naturally is given, such as oxygen, right? So we talk about oxygen in our world. And so everything is indeed given to us to use on the planet for Mother Gaia. Now, COVID has really, really made breathing challenging. So people are developing further respiratory issues because they're wearing a mask. But if you don't wear a mask in society right now, you are typically viewed as wrong. Same thing with these riots and this political warfare. There's no other word for it. It's come home, y'all. It's come right in the smack dab middle of our city because nationally, Brianna has been set in virtual stone that says we're going to make an example out of this situation. And so I sit with that a minute because Oprah has her on the cover of O magazine right now. I started to share it on Facebook, but I share so much. Sometimes I think people go, Holly, just let it go. No, I can't. The Spirit of the Lord says I must talk my truth. Okay. Now, my truth is that I live in a lower socioeconomic part of our city. And so yesterday, after I did my video and I put it out there on some really public media feeds, I just sat with it. And I said a lot of things that are kind of come across as heated sometimes. But I mentioned yesterday in my video how, passion and anger come from the same chakra, which is your root chakra. Okay, so let's think about the color red. And so when we are dealing with things that are of a socioeconomic stress level, such as what's going on right now in our city, what's going on with George and Brianna and some of the other people that have been killed, they've been killed, okay? They're not here with us. But we also have a lot of information cycling around us that is creating confusion and chaos in our own city. So as I mentioned yesterday, yes, we need structural change in our offices. There's no doubt about that. That goes all the way up to, the tip top, y'all. So if you don't have a TV, God bless you. Can I come live with you? Seriously. But listen, I want you to stop, drop, and think a minute, because I mentioned yesterday we need to put together some type of collective in our city that says, I'm going to stop, drop, and talk a minute, and then we're going to put it out there publicly. And I know for sure there are enough people in this city that have influence and affluence when it comes to making the chaos stop. Because when I have to go through my dreams and I start screaming out to God for change in my dreams, morning, and all of a sudden the dream starts to warble and scare me, tree limb, scare me because of the power of the energy of like asking the universe to please grant us peace, grant us understanding and wisdom as human beings. So, as an activist for humanity, I reached out to Christopher 2X's Facebook page. So if y'all know him, please send him my way. I'm going to keep knocking on his door. Why? Because he has affluence and influence in the black community. And the entire city, for that matter. But I also know, my gut tells me Mr. 2X is trying to make a point. We are trying to make a point with Miss Taylor's death. But I also know that in making a point, whether it's right or wrong, when we get out of our belt of energy, people get hurt. More people get hurt than the sadness of the fact that we lost a beautiful human being for whatever reasons were the facts. Again, my heritage is hell. I'm way more Native American than I am a white girl. It's in my DNA. Like, that's like documented. I'm also a woman that practices holistic health. So I got two dings on me when it comes to what the world thinks is supposed to be a perfect person, human, right? Because I'm a woman. I'm typically white, you know. But tidbit of information, I graduated in 1990 at Iroquois High School, the lowest ranking school in our city, with like a 2.2 or 6. Like, I didn't try. But I was empathic too. I was also in a very heavily populated biracial, multiracial school back in 1990. You can pull the census. And I was indeed a minority. And I got picked on for being a fat, white, ugly girl. Stories, right? It hurt. Like, it hurt. Bullying is never okay. Now, flip side of that. How then in the world are we going to clean up this mess systemically that's going on when we know the offices are unaccountable as well? Now, let's sit with that a minute. I don't have the fullness of the answers in essence, but I have some ideas. And as a civilian in my own city, for me to be brave or crazy, to reach out to Mr. Christopher 2X. Come on. Great. I want to talk to you in peace and love and harmony, and I will make tea, we will drink coffee. I will meet you wherever you feel comfortable, or you can come to my office. You are welcome. Everybody is welcome in my studio and in my practice, because I set forth as a minister of the healing arts to just say, look, we're all human. Everybody's got a story. Everybody's got tragedy. Everybody's got something inside of them that they have pain from. Divorce, suicidal kids, drug addiction. Our own pain bodies exist, people. They exist. They will erupt when things are not right in our environment and in our world. And so you got to think about some of the things that I'm saying, because we can go back and do the research and recognize that there is a greater thing happening right now. And so going into 2020 and completely being like shut down, in essence, it required everybody to make a change, including myself. But I also know that it opened up a great opportunity for audience. And so wherever we go today, Tuesday, on August the 25th, I ask that you come into a mindful prayer space for everybody, even the people who are upset, because it is a vibrational issue way more than it is an independent issue. But what we do as humans is we will pick and choose who and what we will make an example out of, because we want to get our point across. And the point is, yes, we need change in society. And why we don't look to the holistic arts is more valuable than we do, I have no idea. So anyway, 15-minute video. I hope you enjoyed this walk this morning. Again, sign up for YouTube because I have lots to say, and I never want to come across as against anybody, because I was taught that there's a devil against me in a Pentecostal church, and in all the religions, really, in essence, except for a few, not all of them. I don't know everything. But, fight or flight mode, right? Your adrenaline goes, there's a saber-toothed tiger behind me, and I'm going to get in fight mode, and I'm just going to kick everybody's ass. Yeah, that's about how it works. So anyway, know you're loved on this channel. I will do a reading for you. I will help you navigate through your thought processes. And if you are in excessive pain or anxiety, I will be there to be a therapist to you, because I seek out therapy myself. I have seen much, and I love my city. Y'all know it. It's just the way it is. I'm willing to put myself out there on the hangman's noose and say, this is how I feel. So anyway, hope you guys have a beautiful day. We'll see what happens in the future. Live the dream, and above all, love thyself. All right, that's it. We'll see you later. Bye.